Hello, so I got back from the UN climate talks yesterday and thought I'd make a bit of a video to give you an update on what's been going on there. I'm mainly going to be focusing on the concept of intergenerational equity, which basically is the idea that future generations should be given equal, if not higher, consideration than current generations when parties are thinking about their efforts to reduce their carbon output. So this idea is implicit in the text of the UNFCCC, which references like the need to protect future generations and leave the planet in like a good state for them. However, it doesn't really seem to inform the actions of parties who have very little ambition when it comes to reducing their emissions. For example, on Friday we saw Japan basically say that they were going to increase their emissions output. They didn't say that. They said they're going to reduce their emissions reduction targets, but that's what it means. And if we continue like this, future generations are going to inherit a really terrible world. So during the week, youth put on an action where they stood outside plenary holding placards with dates of birth on of future generations. So, for example, 20th of December 2045. And they had plaster over their mouths, which signified the voicelessness of these future generations and the need for us to give future generations a voice and take on responsibility for enabling a planet which is worth living in. So yeah, that was quite a moving action, and I really hope that it made the negotiators think. Another thing that happened this week regarding youth, the idea of enabling intergenerational equity to be put on the table was UN Envoy for Youth, Ahmed Al-Dawi. He was with us for 2 days, and basically we had one of the things that we did with him was we had a meeting about how we can get a say in the Ban Ki-moon summit, which is happening next year, which is basically aiming to increase ambition amongst parties, etc. And it's really important that you get a voice there, and not only there, but before the summit, because we need to know what's going on every step of the way so that we can really have our input and enable intergenerational equity to be something which is talked about and something which could hopefully be included in the outcome text for the 2015 agreement. The 2015 agreement being the legally binding agreement regarding parties' emissions reduction pledges. And if that's going to be a worthwhile agreement, we need to be thinking about future generations.